Like, honestly, I feel like they don't learn no fucking history when they get here. You forget you look like me. We could be twinning them. They don't like y'all either, but they damn sure will take your vote so they can.
Hi lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So lovelies.
I came across this stitches on my For You, and I thought to share where black people are actually responding to Somalians, asking them for, assistance due to the fact that Orange Man is coming for them and telling them to go back to their country. Although Somalians have claimed that the said country is being promised to them for the past 300 years, a bit 3,000 years. Lovely. So I'm just going to roll a clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. This thing is that when black people tells you not to do things, you should actually stick to that advice, because at the end of the day, you are going to be affected. Let's dive into it.
Did the Muslims in Dearborn, Michigan support Wigs R Us, but the Somalians in Minneapolis, Minnesota supported Wigs R Us, and now he is saying that y'all have stolen billions from the fucking United States and from American citizens, and that the mayor of Minneapolis should be disappointed and should not be happy with having y'all in their fucking city, and now they've removed the protections for y'all so y'all could be deported, even though we know a lot of y'all are U.S. citizens. The fact that he said he's removing protections from y'all so y'all can go ahead and see ice, baby, boom, doom, doom. When y'all gonna start listening to black folks? That's my fucking question. Because I know y'all come to this fucking country and y'all are told that black people are the most laziest people in the fucking world. Even though y'all don't do no fucking studying, y'all have no idea who the fuck we really are. Why the fuck would y'all come to a country and listen to white folks and not listen to people who actually look like you? I'll wait. Because we told y'all, dumbasses. We told y'all. I'm telling you, I'm going to say this again. Anytime a white person tries to come between people of color, there's always an agenda. And for the Somalian people in Minneapolis, Minnesota, you about to find out that fucking agenda, okay? You are about to be the next. Come on down. It is time for you to get your ride on the ICE train. This shit has got to be studied. Like, honestly, I feel like they don't learn no fucking history when they get here. You forget you look like me. We could be twinning them. They don't like y'all either, but they damn sure will take your vote so they can deport your ass next time. You mean to tell me not only did these people been here for 30 years, and for 30 years they refuse to assimilate. As a matter of fact, they done turned Minnesota into little Somalia. Even changed the flag of Minnesota to reflect Somalia. They wasn't trying to be Americans. They were trying to recreate home. But when you tell them it's time to go home, suddenly it's a problem. When you say it's time to pack your bags because your temporary protection is over, honey. It's time to pack your bags and go home. Now suddenly it's a problem. Oh, we Americans though. We Americans. Since when? You ain't never tried to be American. You tried to change America. You tried to create your own little Somalia that you could safely have things your way in. Well, we're telling you that we don't want our cities changed into Somalia. We gonna give you a bus ride, a plane ride, a boat ride, and everything else you need until you back safely in Somalia. And let's hope them boats don't get pirated along the way.
First, the Muslim community in Dearborn, Michigan fucked around and found out. And now, the Somali community in Minnesota is about to have the same revelation. You all remember when the Somali community in Minnesota endorsed Donald Trump over Kamala Harris in the 2024 election? Allow me to refresh your memory.
here gathered today with community leaders, business leaders, and youth leaders from the Somali community and from the Muslim community in Minnesota to fully support and endorse President Trump. Some of the key issues of the community are the global wars, family values and education, economic issues, and the inflation. With all these and a number of other issues, the community came together and fully standing behind President Donald J. Trump. Yes. Minnesota is home.
Yep, some of us tried to warn you. We told you. Donald Trump was a xenophobic racist. And the minute he got the opportunity, he would show you all. Well, that opportunity has occurred. Not only did he say the following, but he also plans to step up immigration raids in the Somali community in Minnesota.
I hear they ripped off Somalians, ripped off that state for billions of dollars, billions, every year, billions of dollars, and they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you, okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I could say that about other countries, too.
Now, I'm sure I could probably say some profound statement about casting your lot with xenophobic racists and expecting the xenophobic racists to elevate you against other people who look like you because you endorse them. But I digress. Now, before you stumble into my comment section and say something like, it's not all, just like you would say in Dearborn, Michigan, my response is going to be, where were you then with the loud voice in opposition to your community doing this? Where were your news conferences countering this news conference? And it's the same question for the Muslim community in Dearborn, Michigan, that says they were not part of it. See, you all need help now. And I'm not sure it's going to come. But you need to start off with an apology as loud as your endorsement. And even then, even I can't promise you that assistance is going to come in time. And that is sad. This is what happens when you cast your lot with xenophobic racists. The chickens always come home to roost.
Tim Walz is scrambling right now. With all of the attention being on the fraud coming out of Minnesota, Tim Walz is panicking. You can see it in his face in this video right here. The Somali community really fucked that place up. And now the spotlight is on you guys. And it's funny that you guys, the Somali community talks so much shit to the black community. We're here, we're better than you, we did this, we did that. All off scamming. All off scamming. I don't want to hear it no more from you people at all. Neither does Tim Walz. TPS status is up for you people, and Donald Trump got y'all in his hair pin or hair trigger, whatever you want to call it. It's over. Tim Walz said it, and Donald Trump has said it. It's over for y'all. So good luck. See y'all in the next lifetime. I won't be going to Africa to see none of you niggas. You won't catch me there when I see y'all.
Again, my message is simple on this. You commit fraud in Minnesota, you're going to prison. I don't care what color you are, what religion you are.
Tim Walz is not playing no more.
Help us in that, we welcome that. But sitting on the sidelines and throwing out accusations, and let's be very clear.
Are you getting any support from Republican colleagues on this? Are you seeing anyone from the president's own party stand up and say, this kind of rhetoric isn't okay?
No, and it is not surprising because the Republicans have bent the knee to this president. They've welcomed his disgusting and deranged and dangerous rhetoric. They have propelled him into office. They have allowed for him, as a 34-time convicted felon, to become the president of this nation. And so I am not surprised, and I'm not expecting any of them to develop a backbone now and to stand up for their colleague or our Minnesota, Republican representatives to stand up for their constituents. And earlier you said I represent the most Somalis in Minnesota, and that actually is not a fact. Most Somalis live in the different congressional districts that are mostly represented by Republicans, including the Republican whip of the House.
The New York Times is now reporting federal immigration agents may soon be targeting Somali migrants in the Twin Cities area. What are you hearing? What do you know about these reports?
Well, over 90% of Minnesota Somalis are citizens of this country, and so we know that some people have been questioned. They have been, ICE has made attempts to abduct and detain them. But a lot of Somalis, when Trump first got elected, decided to carry a passport ID because they knew that he wasn't only coming for people who were undocumented, that he would essentially come for immigrants who were citizens of this nation. And so a lot of them are very savvy, they're resilient, they're brilliant people who have figured out how to protect themselves.
Yesterday, Donald Trump exposed what he really wants, what he really thinks, that Somalis are garbage. And that he does not want us here. That's dehumanizing and hateful language, and a direct threat to denationalize and deport American citizens like myself. And where are the Republicans now? This morning, I emailed Republican leaders in the legislature and asked that they join us here, and that they speak out publicly or contact me directly and condemn what Donald Trump said about their fellow Minnesotans, their fellow citizens. So far, no response. My offer still stands. The actions taking place against Somalis in Minnesota include ICE, Border Patrol, the DEA, the DOJ, the Treasury Department, Homeland Security, the ATF, and the FBI.
So let's talk about the country that Donald Trump is calling garbage, Somalia. He said all that, but he forgot to say, and now I'm not a historian, so I might be off a year or two, a name or two. But I do know that in the 80s, because I was born in the 80s, I took history when they were really teaching history in school. The U.S. went over and supported Syed Barr, whatever his name was. And he was the current leader of Somalia, who he assassinated the previous president. The U.S. went over there and supported him and used Somalia as a pawn against Russia because where it was located. Okay? Now, civil unrest took place and they assassinated him. And all the fuck shit that he did is because U.S. supplied him with a lot of his shit. Okay? And when I cuss, because I'm breaking it down into layman's term. All right? So, the U.S. started an operation because once he was assassinated, Somalians, all these different little groups popped up, and the country was a mess. The U.S. started a program around, I think in 92. Anywho, withdrew in 94. And that's why people with a heart and a conscience and with a clear mind and with any faith in God gave Somalians refuge over here if they could make it, because the U.S. was a part of the destruction of the country. Now, how come President Trump didn't talk about that?
Come see Columbus, Ohio, fraud investigators.
If you go to the government assisted housing areas, you will find that most of the housing is Somalians. I would say about 80% of the government assisted housing in Columbus is occupied by Somalians. And the parking lot is occupied with a whole bunch of brand new cars. And the women walking around have designer purses with EBT cards, and they have Apple iPhones stuck up in their hijabs. Yeah. And then go to the businesses that are owned by the men. Because see, what happens is when you have a restaurant or when you have a little corner store and you have a couple of wives and you only have to claim one, then that means the other wives get EBT cards, and you can use those EBT cards to buy food for your store or your restaurant. Yeah. Or what you can do is you can get a home health aid company. And then you only hire Somalians to work the home health aid. And what you do is you just make sure their paperwork looks right. It don't have to be right, but you just make sure it looks right. And then you send them off for those home health aid jobs. Y'all don't want to talk about fraud.
Why did I see a tweet today talking about the fact that Trump is targeting Somali people in Minnesota is going to put Black Americans at risk? I don't think so. I think that Black Americans and Somali people don't look anything alike, first of all. Second of all, they don't even consider themselves Black.
We are Somalis, not Black. There, I said it.
Somalis are not black. Let me explain why. Looking at me right now, chat, am I black? I'm literally brown. I'm literally brown, bro. Think about it as well. Somalis are Arabs. We're in the Arab leagues. We speak the Arab language. We eat the Arab food. Bro, think about it like this, bro. If a whole community doesn't regard themselves as black, we can't be black, bro.
Somalis are not black. Now, before you disagree with me, I just want to say, listen, right? There's no such thing as the term black. The term black only came about in colonization. I don't have to accept that side. That's why the other day when I was in a place, someone said to me, are you black? I said, I'm not black, side. I don't accept that term.
Somalis are not black. There's a difference between African and black.
You think that a person, any person, can't tell the difference between a Black American and a Somali person? I don't think so. I think that you can tell the difference between a Somali person and a Black American person. Like, I really do. And I'm just saying.
Seriously, lovelies, this incident that is happening with Somalians actually reminds me of that of Palestinian people. You know, it is so disappointing that when you come, we migrate to a country and all of that, and you see people that looks like you, and one thing led to the other, you think that, oh, these other people that does not look like me is actually have their best interest. Okay, my own best interest. Like, who even does that? You know, when the first Sister I Stitch her video was talking, I was like, this is just it. Like, you will not get to a place, you know, and actually try to distinguish yourself from people that you know at the end of the day. You know, at the end of the day, you are still going to be treated like. The thing is that so many Muslim community, what have you, some of them boycotted, you know, Kamala Harris and all of that. Some of them followed suit with Palestinian people, you know, and all of that, boycotts and try not to vote. And right about now, look at just what is happening. The same man whom you voted for, whom you advocated for, whom you were like, oh, the economy is bad, everything is going bankrupt, let's just vote for him, is the same person that is pushing for you to get out, for you to, like, I was on a live, was it yesterday, you know, with one of the Somalians. One of them was live, and this person was complaining how she is actually an American, yeah, birthright citizen. She was like, the first day she opened her eyes on the planet Earth was on the soil of America, and now even if they want to deport her, where, like, how are they going to deport her to a country where she have never even been? There are majority of them that was birthed in the soil of America, but the thing is that this man is just, he don't care if your parents are immigrant or if your grandparents are immigrant. It doesn't care, you know. But this was the same thing that you purposely did by yourself, even though black people were like trying to make you see reasons. I was even shocked where I saw so many, black people complain on how they were all talked down by the Somalians. I was like, no, like, how could you even do that? You think that the oppressors, the oppressors see you differently because maybe you're an immigrant or what have you? No, they don't see you different. They see you like, oh my God. When this first Sister I Stitch her video was like, I was like, oh my God, these guys thought maybe because maybe you're an immigrant or whatsoever, you're going to be treated differently. Like, why would you even have such narratives about, someone that looks exactly like you, that possibly you have the same struggle, if not the same, but equivalent, I was shocked because, I've been stitching videos about, oppressions and how black people all over the world have been oppressed. I don't even know that. Oh my God, this is just so heartbreaking to hear. This is very disappointing to hear. And if this is the fact, it is a no. Because the same people that you think that they have your back, they don't care about you. They don't care about you. But now, look at what is going on. The people that you actually, or the person that you actually thought that was going to be there for you, this man does not care about any brown or black person. He doesn't. He actually respects black people because they're actually built. They were there forcefully. Nobody, they forced them to be where they are and all of that. Some of them whom their ancestors were originally there and all of that. But you are someone that just came to a country, maybe your forefathers and all of that. You have to ask people who have been there, how is things run there? How are we going to run things together? Not to use a narrative. I know that these guys have pushed so many narratives to divide the black communities all over the world. But then again, sometimes make your own research. This is exactly why sometimes I even do what I do. Because there have been so many different negative narratives that is being pushed by Western and, it's been pushed by this so-called supremacy to keep black people all over the world divided. But it's not going to work. It all takes your personal findings, your personal, growth to actually know what the truth is. Anyway, lovely, so just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So please share this video, subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that. Like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.
Share, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.